Hey guys, and welcome to a StarCraft 2 broadcast. My name is HD and I'll be your shoutcasting host for today's matchup. And speaking of today's matchup, it is going to be a pretty epic battle indeed. In one corner, we do have spawning as the blue Zerg, none other than IdrA. So it is going to be IdrA spawning here in the Duo 1 tournament, I believe. And his opponent is going to be the red Zerg, Sen. And so it is going to be a mirror matchup, a Zerg versus Zerg. I don't cast mirror matchups nearly enough. And speaking of that, I don't even cast that many games of IdrA and Sen, but all of you guys who watch these games probably already know about IdrA and Sen. IdrA, of course, known as the hardcore rager whenever he loses, and Sen, of course, is the Taiwanese player. Yes, indeed, he is from Taiwan. He is a very top-tier StarCraft 2 pro player. And so I cannot wait to get this battle underway. This was actually one game in a series of games in the, I believe it's the Duo 1 tournament. I might be mistaken, but I'm not going to cast all the games. I'm only going to cast this one because this one was highly referred, highly showcased as the one to see, the one to watch. And so this is pretty much going to be the last game I broadcast from StarCraft 2 beta phase number 1. As you guys all know, phase 2 did start last night, and I know I was all excited when it started because I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to play. But unfortunately, no one was able to play until this morning. And so basically, this is going to be the last game I broadcast of the phase 1 beta, and then we're going to start moving right on into StarCraft beta phase number 2 as we prepare for retail. So anyways, with that introduction aside, we do have, looks like IdrA and Sen both going to be going for a fast expansion here. As you guys can see, looks like it was right around 14 or perhaps 15 hatchery, not even going to throw down the spawning pool first. And the reason for that is because the way they have spawned, they've spawned cross-positional. They already have their overlords out into their opponent's bases, so they can already see no early spawning pool, safe to go fast expand. And so both of them have gone for a fast expansion. In fact, both of their builds exactly identical, as you guys can see on that production tab up there. Sen just getting his extractor slightly earlier right there. And if you guys were a little bit confused, Sen, by the way, is the red Zerg and IdrA is the blue Zerg. Now both of them have spawned on Lost Temple. And Lost Temple, of course, is a pretty interesting map, very default actually. I'm sure a lot of you guys have played many games on this map. Typically, a mirror matchup, Zerg versus Zerg, I would expect it, especially since it's on Lost Temple and the positions they have spawned at. I would say they're probably gonna end this pretty quickly. They're probably gonna get some Zerglings into Banelings very fast. I mean, Banelings and Speedlings are pretty much the par for Zerg versus Zerg. In Brood War, it was all about Mutaling and Scourge, but nowadays it's all about getting your Speedlings out and then getting the Banelings nest right away. But look at this, IdrA gonna be getting a Roach Warren instead of a Banelings nest, so he's actually not gonna be getting Banelings. Very interesting idea here for IdrA. And you guys have to keep in mind that both players know exactly what the other one is doing, because they don't see another Banelings nest coming down right now, so I guess they're kind of assuming both players are going to be playing macro-wise and not going to be going for an early attack of any sort. And you guys can see that indicated by the fact that Sen now has gotten his own Roach Warren, and so he's prepared to play a long-term Zerg versus Zerg. One thing that we almost never see in StarCraft or StarCraft 2 is a long-term Zerg versus Zerg game, so this will be very interesting indeed to see how it plays out. Now, we do have a couple Zerglings moving out across the map for IdrA. Looks like he's thinking about making an early attack here, but you guys can see on that production tab, 10 Zerglings on the way. They have now just started to spawn out. One drone going down there for Sen, and IdrA continuing to keep these Zerglings alive. Gonna get them caught right up on that ramp as Sen clears it out very easily. But you guys can see on that income tab, IdrA way ahead in income right now because Sen was producing all of those Zerglings. IdrA now has about 10 more drones than Sen does. That early pressure maneuver right there was basically used to buy himself some drones, but now Sen gonna be making a counterattack. The first Roach is on the way, and notice how IdrA's trying to block off that ramp, but the Zerglings make their way through up into IdrA's main. Zerglings now have speed upgraded as well. They are amongst IdrA's drones, and right now Sen has to do damage. He is behind in the economic count because he produced all of these Zerglings. Notice the balance, the fragile balance both of these players are teetering upon right now. A small Zergling attack force from IdrA allowed him the gap to build up this massive economic lead, 31/25. So right now Sen has all these Lings. He has to do damage with it or he's going to be so far behind. He's still producing more Lings right now. And IdrA does have a bunch of roaches to defend against this, but are these enough? I think it is going to be with a spine crawler and more roaches on the ramp as well. These speedlings are not going to be able to bust through. They might be able to do some damage right here to these drones, however. One more drone getting taken out right there, but there's just no way Sen is going to be able to make it up that ramp, and the drone count still in favor of IdrA. Just one petty move of producing 4 Zerglings, putting on early pressure has put him this far in the lead economically. Just an amazing play by IdrA right here. And right now, it looks like Sen still has a couple more Zerglings, Speedlings inside IdrA's main, killing off one more drone right there. But all the Speedlings do fall eventually. Now, it looks like Sen starting to transition into a more roach-heavy army. I like this play from Sen. Basically, Speedlings are only going to get you so far against roaches. Once there's a nice big pack of roaches, like IdrA has right here, those Speedlings have a very difficult time surrounding and getting into the roach army. And so right now is the point in time where where Sen really does need to get more roaches. I like what he's doing. He's pumping out more. He needs to also make sure he does not fall behind economically. Notice he's not getting any gas right now on that income tab. And so Sen is pretty much committed to ending this game early on because he's not teching up. He doesn't even have a lair. That is IdrA's lair right there. IdrA also getting Glio reconstitution for his roaches, so he's getting that roach speed. IdrA teching up much faster, but Sen has a much larger army right now, and it looks like he's going to make his push right now. His Speedlings got to get in there though, and IdrA's got to be careful he does not get caught off right here. Falling back with this roaches. Incredible micro from IdrA, taking out all those Speedlings, and now engaging the roaches when the Speedlings have all fallen. But more Speedlings on the way. I'm not quite sure if IdrA can hold this off though. He is pulling drones off the line. He's got to be careful. If he loses too many drones, then he's going to be very far behind to Sen right now. And Sen is bringing in more Speedlings. Looks like none of the drones have fallen thus far. 33 drones still up for IdrA. IdrA gotta be careful though. He's still falling back with his roaches as Sen is just continuing to pile on this pressure with his Speedlings. And IdrA here, it looks like somehow, some way, has been able to hold off, but more Speedlings flooding in. Can IdrA make this happen? Can he hold on to Sen, the Taiwanese Starcraft 2 player? IdrA here training from Korea. It looks like he has been able to hold on just barely, but more Speedlings, more pressure from Sen. Sen not giving up. He is attacking relentlessly without mercy. Brood versus Brood.